All right, guys, I suggest to start. Welcome to Atomica Liquidation Markets community call. And today agenda will cover some updates for the recent 2 weeks and our nearest plans about upcoming release. Yeah, so basically after a full release, we did 6 successful liquidations, which is cool considering such markets. Basically, we almost have 100% win rate, and considering the current pool size, profits were not so small. But yeah, surely to consider sushi, yum, yield farming, yeah, it's not so high right now, but still having passive income and additional profit from liquidations is pretty cool. Yes, and right now, as you can see, the market is growing, and I guess after a rapid growth, we might have some correction and hopefully some liquidations. So we expect some auctions and participations there to provide some returns for LPs. So yeah, we'll see. Because I guess everyone right now is optimistically uh, is thinking about the current market. So we'll see about the upcoming correction. Also, we can provide some updates about our upcoming release. So as we mentioned earlier, we are working on adding Kuma liquidations. So we expect liquidations pretty soon, and they have a liquidation bounty for as an incentive program for liquidators. So we hope to get some of them. So yeah, that our nearest updates. Also, we are working on some incentives for our LPs. If you've seen some discussion in our chat, it's pretty clear that early LPs should be incentivized because it's pretty understandable that some DAI can be deposited to a pool once people see that we are gonna win some auction. So right now we are working on designing incentive mechanism for early participants, and also we are working on other interesting stuff, which we will share later. So yes, that's basically the main updates on Atomica liquidation markets right now. Also, I see new member of our community call today, Pepperfu. If you don't mind, introduce yourself and maybe tell us why you're joining Atomica liquidation markets and community call. It would be great to hear your thoughts, if that's okay for you. Okay, that's okay. So I guess we can proceed. So I did the main updates and our next plans. Maybe you guys have any questions or maybe some stuff to discuss, maybe some some market state, what can be interesting for liquidation markets. Also, I've seen interesting, not really interesting, but discussion about cream finance. So basically, they're if I'm not wrong, they're basically forking compound and actively adding new collaterals, and this is the only place where you can easily borrow Wi-Fi, CRV tokens, and I guess they will grow pretty fast, but also they have some like liquidations procedures. Right now, I'm diving into this topic. What are the opportunities there? Yeah, but maybe you guys have some interesting thoughts, insights from the markets.
Yeah, I haven't dug into Cream. I'll have to give it a look. What's their total value locked right now? Do you know?
I don't remember honestly. I can like check easily.
Are you talking the Cream TVL?
Yes.
It's about, I think, 150 million.
Okay.
Cool. Well, it's growing fast. Yeah. Always good to have new opportunities.
Also, there was some updates to liquidation mechanics at Maker, but it doesn't really refer to us. Yeah, some changes we should make, but mostly it's like about their bot that they're providing for liquidators. So we have to make like very minor changes of it. That's the other update from liquidations market in general. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Excited for the human market.
Yes. If they will grow as fast as they're talking, I guess there will be a lot of opportunities there from liquidation standpoint. So, yeah.
Yeah, there seems to be a lot of optimism in manifesting itself in the UMA token price. So hopefully that follows through with market size.
Yeah. Well, yes. If we check their Discord, there are a lot of active discussions about onboarding new collaterals. So 2 days ago, there was a proposal to add RNBTC. Also, I was participating in this voting. So yeah, they will onboard a lot of new collaterals. So I think there will be a lot of opportunity from liquidation perspective, and it's pretty interesting their mechanics because liquidator has to make much more work than regular even maker liquidator. So basically, to monitor by itself the collateralization ratio, and yeah, it's more sophisticated. So yeah, it's interesting. So.
Okay. Well, how about we ask the new member of the calls, Pepper Fu. If you hear us, maybe you can unmute yourself, and would love to get your thoughts on what kind of things would you like to see from the liquidation markets, and what are the opportunities that we should, in your opinion, go after when it comes to prioritization of potential features, potential new collateral liquidation markets. Would love to hear what you think, what you hear out there. Vadim, as far as the maker updates, how do you think this will affect the liquidation market overall? Like,
I mean,
liquidators, their ability to to earn return on liquidity and maybe the competitiveness of the market. What does it mean for Atomica liquidation markets?
Yeah, like the recent update wasn't really like major, so right now I can't say that it would affect a lot liquidation profits, but yeah, then like further plan and to redesign liquidation mechanism definitely will affect, because there is no final design. It's really hard to say, but anyway, they should somehow incentivize keepers. So basically, there still will be an opportunity, especially with rapid like DAI outstanding. So yeah, but with the recent update, I don't think there will be like any major changes.
Okay, got it.
Guys, since it's just us now, I'm actually just reading something pretty interesting. I don't know if you guys saw Aave announce, I guess they're bringing on realty tokens as collateral. But what's interesting with that is to trade realty tokens on Uniswap, you have to be whitelisted. You have to have a whitelisted address because they need to make sure it's only like accredited investors and things like that, which means that you actually have to, as a liquidator, be on the whitelist. So keepers and liquidators that are not on the whitelist won't be able to participate in those liquidations.
Yeah, I guess it's pretty. There is a logic here because realty they have this smart pool on balancer which is private. So yeah, I guess because of this legal procedures and realty platform itself, yeah, I guess that's pretty understandable. I guess.
Yeah, I mean you can't even trade realty tokens on Uniswap without being on the whitelist. It's just it's it's restricted at the token level.
So how do you think will they solve the liquidation issue? And did they say the parameters like LTV and?
They just said that they are talking to liquidators to participate, keepers. So I'm assuming they're probably just no major keepers. They're probably running keepers themselves, and they're getting them whitelisted. But this is, I mean, something that could be pretty cool for the liquidation markets. If they want to pay the subscription for it, but like, yeah, we can get our, I don't know what we would need to do to get the DAO or whatever whitelisted.
That's an interesting question. From what I know, I haven't gotten these realty tokens myself, but I heard when it was launched, some people were saying that, okay, it's for like only non-US people or something. And
you had to be, it was non-US or you needed to be an accredited investor. So you can go to their website and get, validate your accreditedness or whatever, and then you can get on the whitelist. So you just need to get your token on the whitelist. So the question is, as a DAO or as a corporation, as a, however this is interpreted at this point, can we do that? Can we participate in that even if we have non-accredited investors that are in our liquidity pool? I guess I didn't think about that. That might make it even less.
Yeah, okay. And that means that basically, technically, it means that it has to be on the whitelist in order for you to be able to transact with this token at all, right? Meaning
Correct.
that buying and selling on Uniswap, you can do that, but you need to be the whitelisted guy, and to provide liquidity on Uniswap, you also need to be the whitelist guy, because without it, you cannot even, your address will not even be able to receive the token because transfers are restricted, right?
Yep.
And do these transfers affect the ability to actually exchange it using the contracts of various DEXs, right? Where the pool is made out of the whitelisted people, the buyer or seller is the whitelisted person, right? But the Uniswap contracts are not. Can they still, basically, is there a market on Uniswap? Are they really there?
There is a market on Uniswap, but you literally cannot trade it on Uniswap without being on the whitelist.
Okay, got it. So basically, there is no restrictions for the trading from a basically smart contract perspective. Uniswap contracts are not restricted. It is the buyers, sellers, and pool LPs are restricted, right?
Yeah, I don't know if it's a. I think you might be able to get there from the same interface, but it just like won't let you swap it. I don't, or you know. Here I'm dropping a screenshot. I'll drop the article in there too. But look in the core chat, what they have in there on the risk framework. But this is, I mean, this is right up the alley of these markets.
Mm-hmm.
It will
Okay,
difficult and time consuming to liquidate. So it's like, you know, specialized liquidation service could be. The question is, I guess, just thinking through it quickly myself, it's like, well, if we're accepting, you know, contributions from non-accredited investors, no KYC.
Okay. All right, got it. Very cool. Yeah, let's let's think about it.
Anyways, just thought it was interesting.
Mm-hmm. All right, great. Konstantin, any lessons learned, any observations from how last week liquidators on Maker behaved? What are the takeaways, if any? You're muted. Oh, and gone. All right, we'll check on that.
He's gone. There it is.
When waiting for Kostya, maybe I can provide some observations. So basically, we won easily with with 3% of discount and without any like strong competition there, which is interesting, and I guess it could be explained because of opportunity cost with yield farming. And the gas fees also, because like we cover all gas fees, not all, but for liquidation participation, and pool receives pool profits. So discount rate could be higher. So we also adjust our bidding strategy for the upcoming auctions, and we expect to gain more profits. This is the first observation. Like the next is this interesting auction with BAT that keepers were like bidding like much higher than market price, like 7x. This all it was interesting. So yeah, maybe Kostya, you can add something from your side.
So yeah, I just lost. The question was about the latest updates about the options.
Yes. What's your what are your thoughts about the recent liquidations?
Yeah, as we can see, we have after this update from Maker side of their contracts, there were not many liquidators participating in liquidation. About approximately 3 addresses only, and among them only one was really active, so it was participating almost in all liquidations.
Am I the only one who?
No, I can't hear him.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it was able to process 100 ETH each of them, and actually some profitable liquidations. First of all, because of lack of other liquidators, but still its profits were about 10-12%. I mean the discount, and yeah, we can have some competition from this liquidator. And the rest, I guess his system isn't tuned quite well yet because sometimes he makes it makes some a bit strange bids in auctions, but we have to look at it. I guess more precisely, we should understand its strategy. But now, yes, so I can say that we have very little competition in maker auctions, and we can, if market conditions are good for us, we can earn some profits.
Mm-hmm. Okay, very cool.
Still, yes, still there is an issue with gas prices that we have, and we have in future we have to solve this question because, for instance, bids of this competitor are from half to 1/3 worth of gas in comparison to our bids. So if we using compound should make exchanges, and one bid of our keeper worth like 700,000-800,000 of gas, the bids of our competitor are worth like 300,000 of gas, and it means and the same thing when we are overbid. When we make one more bid, we still spend a lot of gas, but our competitor spends less gas. So we should think how we can reduce these costs of participating in auctions, especially now when there are periods of very high gas prices on Ethereum.
Okay, and as far as gas prices, are we like when it comes to optimization, right? Obviously, it's clear that the times of high volatility and network congestion, right, all have very high correlation with the high gas prices, right? The Chi token question, is it usable for optimizing the gas in these periods? What are the pros and cons?
Okay, we should evaluate what is well, basically, when we meet such conditions, it will be accompanied with an increased level of increased, let's say, usage of the network because of a lot of liquidations and so on. And if it's accompanied by current conditions, it may face in the same situation that we met on March, that it was the simply network congestion, not only the high gas prices. And I actually I'm not sure that we have any measures, any precautions to avoid this situation and to be effective in such, let's say, tight moments.
Okay, got it. All right, we will continue the thread in the technical channel.
Mm-hmm.
And then,
Yeah.
all right, Vadim, what else on the agenda? Else we can make it short this time.
Personally, I don't have any questions, and I guess the agenda for today is complete. And yes, if you don't have any further questions, yeah, I guess we can wrap up.